So thank you very much, Sam, for a little impromptu interview.
You're very welcome.
I'm just connecting with a few of the dance people to find out their story about their dance and how do they come to dance, how do they feel about it, and a highlight of their life, a couple of little bits and pieces. I want to introduce the world to Sam as I have met her through dancing. What can you share with us?
Well, I'm here because I love to dance, but I don't often get the chance to do it. So I am indulging myself in 2 weeks of dance that I never get the chance to do before because I'm happiest when I dance. And I wanted to really dig deep and, see if I'm actually, in my head, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
So to actually put that to the test, as it were. And I find that in the classes, I feel like I'm good, but I have to conquer my confidence on the dance floor, in the clubs with the professional dancers, and that's really kind of what I hope to achieve by the end of these 2 weeks.
Well, I think you're doing pretty well. You're looking very professional to me in the dances that we've had. And so, does your husband dance?
He doesn't really dance. He does martial arts, and that's a form of dance. Tai Chi is a form of dance. It's all breathing and work and choreography and stuff. And I think he has aspirations to join me on the dance floor, so we'll see when I get back.
Maybe he's going to be a little bit concerned that you're going to be wildly better than him.
Oh, he knows I already am.
Aha! Well, I like that confidence. That's pretty cool.
He's a black belt in karate. I'm
okay.
a brown belt on the dance floor.
Yeah. So, and how did you get into dance? How did you start?
I mean, I danced all my childhood. I did ballet and tap and jazz and contemporary. And I was in the chorus and amateur shows, performance theatre. Going out clubbing with my girlfriends, boogieing on the dance floor. Spontaneous dances in the kitchen is actually the majority of the way that I dance these days.
That sounds so cool.
My family and I, we break out into spontaneous dance parties over breakfast, and Stevie Wonder comes on the radio and I can't help myself. I'm a Motown lover to the end. And so put Motown on, put anything I can groove and shake my hips to, and I'm the happiest woman in the world.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. And I hear that you're a bit of an interesting, you've got an interesting work situation with the internet guru, is that right?
Web guru. So Tim Berners-Lee invented the web. I was fortunate enough to help his startup Inrupt sort of launch out of stealth, and in his first 3 years kind of get known for their mission and their technology, and that was an amazing honor and a privilege to be able to work with Sir Tim and ghostwrite a lot of content for him that appeared in places like The Economist and other sort of major publications, and generally getting media opportunities that have been the highlight of my career. So, yeah.
That sounds so cool. And what else is there that's a highlight in your life?
Well, I am a social activist.
Social activist,
yes. Social justice is a cause that's extremely strong to me, and particularly in the US. And, we have a huge gun violence problem.
Gun violence,
Gun violence. So I have been an activist trying to help solve gun violence ever since the Sandy Hook massacre. It was almost 10 years ago. My kids were the same age as those poor kids, and if it could happen to them, it could happen to any family. So in my copious spare time, I am a volunteer, grassroots volunteer on the ground, helping to educate and advocate and lobby for common sense gun laws, and to grow the movement and work with a lot of gun violence survivors as well to tell their stories. And it's my other mission in life. I can't understand the whole gun culture in the US, but
I don't think a lot of us can, but it is what it is.
If it is what it is, and if you're going to own a gun, then be a responsible gun owner. Lock up your weapons, especially around kids.
And you mentioned your kids. You mentioned your daughter was a little interesting, and
yes, I've raised an activist.
An activist.
An activist, but I always said to her, "This is my cause. You need to find your cause." And currently, her cause is Ukraine all the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good on her.
She just feels mortified by what's happening there, and has been protesting, and has been teaching herself Ukrainian for the last 6 months
Wow,
on Duolingo.
that's like
She's
way
been
cool.
teaching herself,
That's way cool.
and she is absolutely hell-bent on going there next summer. She thinks to fight, but I think to rebuild and help refugees.
Hang on. So your daughter is learning Ukraine so that she can go and fight in the war.
That's what she
old
aspires
is
to.
she?
She will be 16 in April.
She's 16.
That's
Wow.
what she wants to do, and I'm
Supporting her.
I'm not going to stop her. I'm going to help her do it the most responsibly.
That is so cool.
And maybe I'll go with
My
her.
hat off to
Maybe I'll go
you
with
as
her.
the mum and to your, what's her name?
Tessa.
Tessa.
Yeah. She's
And
about something.
does she have a partner that might be a bit concerned about her going to?
Not yet. She'd very much like to have a partner, but she hasn't got one yet.
Aha.
Maybe she'll find one and go fight with them.
Maybe she'll find one in Ukraine.
Oh my God, she would be so happy.
Really?
Yeah, we gotta leave.
Okay.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Sam, for a very interesting interview. All right, see you on the dance floor.